Alright, this video is going to go over some packet tracer related things that you might run into in this course that are somewhat different than what we've done in the past with packet tracer. In the past, we've used packet tracer basically in the most basic sense and manner we could. We start it, we add some devices, we type some stuff in, we save it, we submit it. I have to grade everything manually. The Network Academy course has a bunch of advanced features of packet tracer used to make my life easier and also to force you guys to work in a certain way. So by working a certain way, I mean it locks some of the functionality from time to time. So I'm going to go over some of those things to hopefully help us ease into the way packet tracer is going to be a little differently. So first off, I'm going to find one of these files I was looking at earlier. Couple things to take note of. There's like a PDF you can look at, and there's also the packet tracer file. Within the packet tracer file, there's some instructions. I think those are similar to what's in the PDF, if not the same. So you open packet tracer. It should ask you to authenticate the first time you open it per Windows session. After that, it should stay authenticated for a while. So I've already authenticated to packet tracer earlier, so I would be surprised if it asked me to authenticate again. So packet tracer did not ask me to authenticate again. First thing I noticed about when I open packet tracer is it's not letting me do anything. And it's not letting me do anything because this other window popped up asking for a user profile and then immediately got hidden by the other stuff. So if you run into this problem, the way to get it to where you can actually do something is to do something with this user profile. I do not believe this user profile has anything to do with authentication, so I don't think it matters what you put in here, but I want you to put your name in here. You can put your email address in here if you want. It doesn't matter. The reason I wanted you to put your name in here is because apparently when you change this name, it resets the file. So what that means is if you put your name in here and do the activity and then you share it with your best friend and he tries to put his name in, he or her tries to put his or her name in there, it's going to reset the activity. So they'll basically have to redo it. So once you get in here, you have some instructions. You can make them big so they're easier to read. Basically you want to go down through the instructions and do the things. Some weeks we will be doing things. Some packet tracer files have you actually do some things that the packet tracer activity can check. So some of these packet tracer activities are built so that you hit check results, it will check them. This particular activity says check results is locked. And that doesn't mean that anything is failing. That just means there's nothing to check, because if we look at the instructions, and go down through here, we're not really configuring anything, so there's nothing for it to really check. This is an activity that has you just looking at things mostly. Down here in the challenge questions, it wants you to add some stuff in there. This activity is not one that I assigned to you because it's not one that I feel we need to submit and complete to me for class. If you want to go through this activity and look at these things, that's great. It's helpful for learning, but there's nothing to actually do in this activity. So that's why within this packet tracer, you may not have some of the functionality you need. It's asking you questions about the connections and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that if you follow down through these activities, anything it asks you to do, you should be able to do. And if you can't do something it asks you to do, then my guess is there's probably a different way they want you to do it that we may not know about yet, just based on our experience with packet tracer. So that's this one file I was looking at. I was looking at another one that I did not assign to you. So we'll go look at that one real quick. It was 237. So this was one about using iOS stuff. We've been using iOS the entire time. That's not to say we know all these keystrokes and hotkeys, so maybe I should have assigned it to you. But we will look at this packet tracer file because it has an important difference in how we've been working and how it seems like they may be making us work from these Network Academy files. So same thing, this stupid thing came up. Hey, what can I do? Well, you can't do anything because this thing. So put my name. Yes, reset it. All right, so now this one's like establish basic connections, access the CLI, blah, 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 set the clock. So we can walk down through here, but I'm like, doesn't follow instruction guys, and I've been using packet tracer my entire life. That's not true. So anyway, I'm just going to go like, oh, I know how to do these things. But you know, it says CLI tab is locked. As far as I know, in our classes we've had before, we always just go to the device and go to the CLI tab. It's locked. So what do we do? Well, you know, I figured this out just by looking around. There's a console cable here. So I always knew that when I try to connect, like for example, let's say I'm trying to connect with an Ethernet. I've always noticed that when I go try to connect, console is one of the options. So the first time I ran into it being locked, I thought, oh, let me see if there's a console cable. There's a console cable. Connect the console to the console. Connect the PC to the serial port, and then access the command line of the switch by going to the desktop terminal, hitting OK. So now I have access to the command line like I would expect to have. It's just a slightly different way they're forcing us to work. We get the same access and the same functionality we've used. It just forces us to work a little differently. So that's the second thing I wanted to go over. One, that the first thing was that guest window that gets hidden that you need to find and get rid of, put your name in there. Second thing is we may have to work differently than we have in the past. If you get stuck somewhere, you can't figure something out, send me the number of the thing you're working on and where you're stuck and what you're trying to do. And thirdly, you know, I said, hey, I'm not going to read the instructions, but I did actually read the instructions. And if you read the instructions, it tells you how to connect using a console cable. So really, step one, it says, hey, connect the console cable. So I like this. This is new. This is somewhat new to us. You know, maybe this podcast is going to survive past this semester, but some things are going to take a while to get used to. And it seems so far to me that these instructions are pretty well written on most of these activities to help you get you going. So that's the second thing. And the other thing I want to talk about is once you're done, you can get check results, and it will tell you if you were successful or not. In this one, I didn't really do anything but set the connected console cable. I don't even know if it was looking for anything. So sometimes you might not have to do anything, and you might hit check results, and it says you were successful before you even did anything. I've seen some packet tracer files that I've downloaded. As soon as they opens, I hit check results. It's like, congratulations, you finished. Other ones say, oh, hey, you haven't done anything yet. So within this check results feature, you get your overall feedback. I'll go work on a different packet tracer in a minute. You can look at what it's actually checking for. So this is checking for network, which I don't know exactly what that means. It's not letting me expand it, so maybe it doesn't want to give you the exact details of what it's checking for, because then you could just use that to solve your results. And then if there's a requirement for connectivity, it would test that connectivity. So those are the big things I saw to help that I saw some people already having issues with. Hopefully that'll help us get going. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say for right now about this particular topic.